Hey guys, Matt here from DCLblogger.com. What's going on, guys? Haven't seen this sort of activity on the overall Decentraland spectrum for a while. You've seen Decentraland wearables picking up in volume. I mean, we're kind of passing some really big names recently, making our way up. I'm going to be explaining what the hell's going on in Decentraland, from wearables going up to us getting a lot of sales. Some of my recent tweets explaining some games coming up, land sales going, mana coin kind of breaking out over here. Looks quite promising actually. Yeah, let's kind of talk about Decentraland, right? I haven't done a dedicated Decentraland video for a while. So first of all, OpenSea wearables are going nuts. So if you want to buy Decentraland wearables, so basically like the stuff that I wear in my, so these masks that people wear, to this little suit thing that I got. It's like pants and top, helmet, all this stuff I've got over here. These are all wearables at the moment, so you can customize your avatar by buying these NFTs, right? So Decentraland have released certain NFTs from like not gloves actually, helmets, hats, masks, all kinds of stuff, right? Knives, all kinds of weird things because we had the Halloween thing in December. Or was it November? Um, but yeah, when the hell was Halloween? October. My bad. We had it in October. So yeah, we had a bunch of random, basically random NFTs that were kind of released to us from Decentraland that were limited edition because there was only X amount of them released into the world. And you can buy them over here in OpenSea, guys. OpenSea Decentraland wearables. By the way, I'm seeing a lot of volume go up in terms of Ethereum. So we're noticing Decentraland hitting 685 Ethereum now. That's almost 700 ETH weekly sales volume. And we're also seeing Decentraland go up. But I think that's a lot got to do with the fact that mana is going up as well, right? So these wearables and Decentraland land sales are made in mana. So if you check out land sale history in nonfungible.com, you can see a lot of the purchases are done in mana. And because mana is going up, in terms of BTC and also obviously in terms of Ethereum, then that's why we're kind of seeing this climb as well in terms of Ethereum. So we're not necessarily getting a lot more volume of land sales, but we're seeing that that amount of land sale being that amount of lands being sold be worth more in terms of Ethereum. That's why I think we're seeing that's what's contributing to these sort of numbers over here. Because like mana used to be 10 cents, guys. Mana used to be pretty big in terms of Ethereum. A really good value. It used to be like 1,000 Satoshi. Sometimes even it hit 2,000 Satoshi. Right now it's sitting at 576, and we're kind of seeing this as a moon thing, but that's because it dropped heaps because of the BTC bull run. So, by the way, I am so sorry I'm in my robe. I literally am FOMO videoing this right now out of excitement because there's just so much stuff going on. And yeah, I haven't slept because I've literally, every time I try and sleep, guys, mana starts to move. And I just spend the next 3 hours in the AMs just like watching mana, being like, oh shit, it's going up. So I'm sorry, I'm in my robe and I'm like a bit wrecked at the moment. But yeah, I just really wanted to bust out a video. Where was I? Where was I? Okay, so that's why these land sales are going up, or these Ethereum values are going up. But let's check out Decentraland wearables. Once again, guys, I don't know whether it's a good idea to buy wearables. I personally think it is a good idea, but it's such a new industry, to be honest, and wearables are going for crazy amounts. So certain wearables are worth different prices, and that's because there's less of them. There's less of them released, right? So for example, this zombie suit, if I click into it, it'll tell me that there is 1,000 of these in circulation, or that will ever be released. So I think you can get zombie suits and stuff for like a couple hundred mana. It's not that expensive because there's 1,000 of them, right? But if Decentraland blows up to tens of thousands or millions of players, then you can imagine something like this, this cyber suit, where there's only 10 of them. I'm assuming it'll be worth more. And these were bought for around 5,000, 2 to 5,000, like, um, just a couple of weeks ago. It's only recently where these wearables have been starting to pick up because people are noticing them more. But they've been sitting on OpenSea for a while now. And every now and then, Decentraland seem to mint more of a certain type. So this skeleton suit, I'm pretty sure each of them is a mythic wearable, and a mythic wearable is one that only has 10 supply. So yeah, historically, most of these mythic wearables have sold for around 2 to 5,000 mana. Starting to see some sell for more than that. For example, this hat. If I were to reorder this, I think that hat sold for 15,000 mana. Again, like I don't even know if these prices are worth it. Would I spend 15,000 mana on this? No, because I don't like that hat. But I recently purchased. Oh, it's on my other laptop, but I can check out my wallet over here. I recently purchased a couple of different wearables because I like these wearables and they're also mythic. And I went up to about 6,000 mana for them. These LED pants and top, right? I really like them. I think they look cool. There's only 10 of them in existence each. 10, 10, 10. I bought all of these for 20,000, so that was like around 7,000 mana. Are they worth it? Like, I think these are also mythic, but I don't think they look that cool. And they were Christmas specials. Cyber pants, cyber suit, purchased them for around the same amount of money. I think one of these skulls is also a mythic. Or I think this one is a mythic. But yeah, I'm spending about 5,000, 3 to 5,000 for most mythics, even more. I'll spend about 6 to 7,000 if it's a mythic that I like, which only have 10 in supply, right? So some of these have only 100 in supply, some of them have 1,000. For example, Creepy Pumpkin has 100 in supply, I believe, and I purchased it for 500 mana. What? Wait, no, 5,000. Sorry, I bought it for 50. It's Happy Pumpkin, my bad. There's also Creepy Pumpkin. There's too many pumpkins going on over here. That sold for 500 mana, and I'm pretty sure there's only 100 of them in circulation. And by the way, guys, I have to let you know that for some reason, unknown to me, when I click into Decentraland wearables that have a price listing on them, so if it's for sale, for some reason, oh well, okay. In this case, it does say how much there is in supply, but in many cases, it doesn't. In many cases, it doesn't. So, if you want to know how many of these are in circulation of a particular type of wearable, then click on one that doesn't have a price listed on the moment. Because some of them, maybe this one, if I were to try it. Okay, this says it as well. Maybe it was because I was on mobile or something. But if you can't find the supply count, go to a listing that doesn't have a sale price or that isn't for sale. Okay, that's it about wearables. I don't want to talk about it too much, but it seems to be going up in volume, and it makes sense that it's going to continue to go up. But I'm taking that risk. I don't want to put it out there because it's just such a new industry right now, wearables, in the sense that I know people spend a lot of money on wearables, but this is going to depend on whether or not people start to utilize the world. I mean, if you can't show off your wearables to other people, and Decentraland dies in 1 or 2 years and doesn't go the way that we think it will, then I don't know if the wearables are going to be a good investment. But if Decentraland starts to grow in user base, and I'm pretty confident it will, then wearables would probably be worth a lot of money. And it's a good entry point as well because they're not that expensive and you can get involved into Decentraland. Anyway, mana's been going crazy. What are we at? 578. No, I have to sign in. Oh, man. Anyway, let's just ignore this pop-up. But we're at 578 Satoshi, and we've gone up quite a bit. That's really annoying. All right, hold up. Let me just pull up Binance BTC Mana pair. And you know what? We are going to use this instead of TradingView. But yeah, Mana's been going pretty crazy, and I think a lot to do with that is the fact that we are going to be launching soon, and we're also getting a lot of coverage. This guy made a video about us recently, and I think I was watching Mana on the exchange while this was happening, and he kind of covered Decentraland briefly and crypto voxels, which deserve to mention. And he's got 72,000 subscribers. I have seen his content before, but I don't keep up with him. But I'm kind of seeing more YouTubers follow our content, post about Decentraland. And I think it's got to do with the launch coming up soon. Also, Mana's gaining in traction. Look at that, 579 we hit a newer higher high, guys, a newer one. So 596, that's a new higher high. Last time we hit that number was, geez, yeah, last time we hit 596. Oh man, 596. Where the hell did we hit that? 510. Oh wait, I'm on the hourly. What the hell? Okay, yeah, looks like it's gonna break out, right? 579. Anyway, we were at 590, or around the 600 range, somewhere in mid-year last year. So it's been like 7 months since we've hit this number. So that's a new one for us for a while now, and it's clearly a higher high. It looks pretty good to me. I mean, this is pretty bullish to me. I'm not a TA guy completely, but I know my basics. Lower lows and higher highs, and I mean we keep beating our that keeps happening, right? Over the last 4 hours, you can just see it's kind of like higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, boom boom boom. Something's going on. Something's going on, guys. And my recent tweets, I've been tweeting about all the content about Decentraland, and I think that's also getting a bit of attention because for a long time people haven't seen what Decentraland is about, and it sounds good. They've seen some pictures here and there, but only recently have I started to show what I've been seeing in Decentraland because it's becoming more fluid and polished, and they're fixing the bugs. You can see each one of my tweets is starting to get about 50, 60, this one has 70 likes. There's a cool mosque, Buddhist temple thing going on over there. We had a dance video. We had this cool build, got 31 likes. 86 likes on this one. This is like a cool little gallery museum type thing going on. We also have this game that's releasing soon. It's going to be like a treasure hunt thing. Probably can find different NFTs in it. This is in Decentraland. So we have some really cool games coming up, guys. Tomb Chaser, the one I just showed you from Polygon Mines. Crypto Beasties. I haven't tweeted or videoed these guys yet for a while because they announced their launch a while ago. But I haven't heard from them for a while. But they're pretty cool, guys. Like, it's supposed to be a trading card game, a card game based on blockchain. And I mean, like, if I show you some of this video footage, like, look at that. You can play your card. It summons the monsters, which are pretty well designed. And card games have been doing pretty damn good, actually. In the crypto scene, we have about 4 or 5 of them already. Let me just show you this really cool video. Look, not that one. This one. Let me show you this video. That's really damn cool, guys. I mean, I was blown away by the type of artwork here. You can summon your monsters, summon your cards. That's pretty cool. But again, I haven't heard from them for a while. Maybe because the poly limits aren't this polished yet. I'm pretty sure. But once I get back from the dev, I'll make a dedicated video for these guys. But yeah, that's another project releasing. We know Battle Races is releasing, which is going to be a really cool car game. I mean, they had partnerships with Matic, CryptoKitties, crossed over with Binance as well. I think they had a Binance special car. I can't see it here at the moment. A Binance special car, and we also have Chain Breakers. These are just some of the games. Just some of the games, guys. There's a lot of games. I mean, there's just 4 or 5 that are just consistently posting or that have their own Twitter accounts and push things out themselves. But there's a few working under the radar in development that I'm not allowed to disclose because they've kind of contacted me and asked me for advice here and there. And I'm kind of supposed to be hush-hush about it, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But this was Chain Breakers as well. Chain Breakers was pretty cool. They held a pre-sale in Mana for their weapons and items. And it was awesome. It was kind of like a pre-sale on Mana. So people had to pay Mana to be part of it. And I think they raised a couple million Mana from that. I mean, if more projects launch on the Mana platform and do pre-sales in Mana, that's another utility to the Mana coin, right? So you can use Mana for buying land, buying wearables, probably in-game transactions. You can also use it to vote. If you go to Agora, so this is our decentralized voting platform where for the questions that are asked, you need to pay in Mana to vote. So what should be the land weight of each plot of land when participating? You can see here that 41 million mana was used to vote, not paid to vote, but that's how much collective vote power there was, and each wallet had voted something, etc., etc. So, the more utility to Decentraland Mana Coin, the more it's going to go up. And if people start to launch ICOs or pre-sales for the games on Decentraland, next level, guys. It is going to get next level, especially if we're having people continuously using the platform. What's really going to blow up for us is if Decentraland can sustain an income of any sort for developers that are developing on Decentraland, whether it be a game or project. If they can get some sort of income, traffic, or grow their project in any sort of way, sustainability, then that's what's going to make Decentraland continue to grow, because that's what's going to promote more developers making more cool stuff, right? So that's that. That's all the crazy stuff that's going on. We got Mana going nuts. We got wearables going crazy. We also got land sales happening quite frequently in my Discord. If you join my Discord, and I'm going to put this link. By the way, this was really cool, posted by 0x420 on the Discord channels of Decentraland. But oh no, wait, this was actually my Discord. So you can join my Discord channel as well, guys. It's in the description. I'll put a link, but it's got like random channels, like you can talk about Gods Unchained, Axie Infinity, Battle Races, Decentraland, and we talk a lot about random stuff, right? You can also see all the avatars that people are creating and the names. You can see this someone's gone nuts and made a lot of avatars. Bisexual, blend artist, jester. So people are making avatar names. I think avatar names are also going to be tradable soon. So that's going to be more reason to people to use Mana. You can also check out the sales. There's a sales bot here, so we get pinged every time there's a sale. So it's a great way to keep up with what sales are being made and why they're selling for that much. You can see that lands connected to roads over here are selling for around 20 to 25,000 mana plus. This one sold for 20. It's the far south outskirts. This is a 24. This is 15,000 because it's not really connected to anything. 24.5 because it's closer to some sort of center Genesis Plaza over there. 24 for 2 lands over here. Okay. But yeah, we discuss a lot of stuff here, right? So you can join that. But a lot of crazy stuff has been going on. So so with land sales as well, we're seeing consistent people. Like, we're seeing one of the most important thing for this land prices right now is, are we sustaining a somewhat 15,000 bottom? I mean, for a long time we were at 10, then 12,000, and then recently we kind of soared real quickly to 15,000 mana lowest prices. But is that going to sustain, right? Are people going to start dumping? Like, if Mana goes nuts, if Mana starts to hit like 30 cents, 40 cents, we're going to see people absolutely start selling their Decentraland land for like 10,000, 9,000, 8,000 Mana. Suddenly that Mana is worth more fiat, right? Is that going to happen? Don't really know yet, but it's going to be interesting to see. But so far, we've been able to sustain a 14 to 15,000 mana bottom. Sometimes we get lands that are listed for 13,000 for a quick sale, and they sell within, like, I think about an hour max. So it's been interesting to watch. There is some sort of a hype going on with Decentraland because we're launching. And the question is the post-launch hype going to be there? It's going to be one of the very rare, very few games you can actually play in a public setting with other people that you can actually play. So a lot of NFT projects are kind of still discovering themselves and on the download being built. These are one of the few. Like, you got Decentraland, CryptoVoxels, obviously Axie Infinity. I think Gods Unchained as well you can play. So there's not many. So it's going to be interesting to see if Decentraland, once they go public, are they going to continue to grow? Are people going to be interested in the events? Hopefully the servers can handle it. There's not many bugs and delays and people can get in without any issues. But I still think it's going to take about 3 to 6 months as a buffer period to start to get some even better content, start to host meetings. Maybe Decentraland will have a featured page so we can keep up with what's going on in Decentraland. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this keeps up. So just want to cover a few points. A bunch of stuff happening in Decentraland. It is happy days for investors that have been around for a while. If you don't know what's going on, hopefully you do now. And again, I've been asked many times, where the hell do you buy wearables? You go to OpenSea, guys, OpenSea.io. Go there, click on the wearables, have your MetaMask connected, and you can purchase whichever wearables you want. Do your research. Go to Discord and talk in the wearables channel. We have a wearables channel in the Decentraland Discord itself that we continuously chat in. We talk about different different clothing items, how much they're priced, people sell them, people buy them here, so you can keep up that way. The only way you're going to learn with Decentraland is by being part of the community and keeping on top of the land sales or the wearable sales. So you're like, oh wait, okay, so this seems to be the average, the price that it seems to be selling for. But that's it, guys. Just a few words on Decentraland.